All right, so you're interested in crypto, right? See the potential and all, but becoming a crypto expert takes time.
It does.
And maybe you're juggling a lot already. So could copy trading be a shortcut to some of those crypto gains?
Interesting question.
That's what we're diving into today. Specifically with this platform called Ave.ai. It's about potentially amplifying your profits by tapping into strategies of successful traders,
Yeah,
which sounds pretty tempting.
very much so.
Yeah.
What's fascinating about Ave.ai is that they've created this platform where you essentially piggyback on the success of high-performing crypto wallets.
So no more getting lost in the crypto jungle.
You could say that.
We have a seasoned guide leading the way.
Exactly.
Okay, but how does this copy trading thing actually work?
So at its core, copy trading is mirroring the trades of another trader.
Oh,
So you're essentially following their blueprint.
okay.
You can set it up to automatically execute the same buys and sells as your chosen trader,
Yeah.
someone with a proven track record.
So it's like autopilot for your crypto portfolio.
Well, not exactly. It's more like having a co-pilot who's making the trading decisions.
Okay.
You're still in the cockpit monitoring the flight,
Right.
but you're ultimately responsible for choosing that co-pilot. And Ave.ai has made this entire process remarkably user-friendly, especially with their Telegram bot, the Ave Sniper bot.
Ah, bots. Everyone loves a good bot. But why Telegram? What's so special about using a bot in this case?
Well, it's all about accessibility and ease of use. Telegram is a widely used platform, and many crypto enthusiasts are already on it.
That's true.
The bot allows you to manage your copy trades from right within Telegram without having to use multiple platforms.
Right, keeping it all in one place. Makes sense. And I see they even offer the bot in English and Chinese,
That's right. They do.
which really broadens the reach quite a bit.
Yeah, it does. And speaking of reaching out, you can find the link to the Ave Sniper bot right here in the show notes, along with their documentation. If you want to really delve into the details,
Perfect. We'll make sure you have all the tools you need. Now let's talk about finding the best wallets to copy. I mean, I'm seeing some pretty impressive profit numbers out there, but it can't be as simple as just picking the one with the highest gains, right?
you're right to be cautious. Ave.ai actually tries to make things a bit easier. They curate a list of top-performing wallets in their copy trading tab,
Oh, okay.
which saves you a lot of time.
That makes sense.
But there's more to it than chasing the highest numbers.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. What separates a good wallet from a great wallet when it comes to copy trading?
One tip I'll give you is to look at their transaction volume.
Okay.
A wallet with fewer trades might indicate a more strategic approach, and that could lead to more sustainable gains.
So it's not about quantity, it's about quality.
Right.
Picking those traders who are really thinking it through.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You want to find traders who are consistently making smart decisions, not just riding the waves of hype.
Right, because we've all seen those coins that pump and dump. Not a very sustainable strategy.
No.
They're not. So how do we identify those truly smart traders?
Well, think of them as the experienced veterans in the crypto arena, the ones who seem to anticipate the market moves. Ave.ai has a feature called the Smarter tab
Okay.
that helps you track these smart money players.
So we're not just blindly choosing wallets. We can actually see what these seasoned pros are doing.
You got it. The Smarter tab gives you a direct view into their recent transactions, what they're buying, what they're selling, how much they're making or losing.
Hold on, so I can see what they're doing, but how does that actually translate into picking the right wallets to copy?
There's no guaranteed formula, but Ave.ai recommends looking at a few key metrics,
Okay.
like their 30-day profit and loss or P&L. Ideally, 80% or higher. This gives you a snapshot of their recent performance.
Wow, 80%. That's pretty impressive.
It is, but I think consistent wins are probably even more important than one big win.
I would agree.
So that's where win rate comes in.
Makes sense.
You want to look for wallets with a win rate of at least 50%,
At least 50%.
which means they're profiting on at least half of their trades.
Gotcha. So we're looking for consistent winners, not gamblers.
Precisely.
Okay, what's the third thing we should be watching?
The number of transactions in the past 30 days.
Okay.
If it's less than 100, that could indicate a more selective and strategic approach,
I see.
which often translates to better gains.
Okay, so 80% plus P&L, 50% plus win rate, less than 100 transactions in 30 days. Those are our golden rules for picking wallets.
They're a good starting point.
But I'm sure there's more to it than just looking at numbers.
Of course. You always have to do your own research, look into the projects they're investing in,
Sure.
and understand their overall approach.
We're not robots.
That's right.
We need to use our own judgment, too. Okay, so let's say we've done our research. We've found some wallets that check all the boxes. How do we actually set up a copy trade on this Ave sniper bot?
It's actually quite straightforward.
Okay.
You link your crypto wallet to the Ave.ai platform,
Okay.
then go to the Copy Trade tab on the bot. You input the wallet address you want to copy and choose either max amount buy or fixed amount buy.
Wait, what's the difference between those two options?
So max amount buy uses all available funds in your wallet to mirror the trades of the chosen wallet,
Okay.
while fixed amount buy lets you set a specific amount.
So max amount is for the true believers.
You could say that?
Fixed amount is for the more cautious types.
I like that.
What happens next?
Then you choose your selling strategy,
Okay.
either auto sell or you can customize your own. Take profit and stop loss settings, which are also known as TPSL.
So with auto sell, I'm just mirroring the original trader's every move, including when they sell.
Correct.
And TTSL lets me decide when I exit a trade.
That's right. And finally, you can activate anti-MEV protection.
Okay.
It's a bit technical, but it helps ensure your trades are executed quickly and efficiently. And it minimizes any potential manipulation by miners.
Wait, miners can manipulate trades. How does that work, and why should I care about this anti-MEV protection?
So miners are the ones who validate transactions on the blockchain.
Right.
And in some cases, they can reorder or delay transactions to benefit themselves.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is where miner extractable value, or MEV, comes in.
So anti-MEV protection is like a bodyguard for my trades,
That's a good way to put it.
making sure no sneaky miners are messing with them.
Exactly.
That's pretty valuable, especially in the fast-paced crypto world.
It is. And Ave.ai seems to recognize that.
Yeah, okay, so I've linked my wallet, chosen my target wallet, set my buy amount, picked my selling strategy, and activated that anti-MEV shield.
Sounds like you're ready to go.
Am I ready to launch into this copy trading universe?
I think so.
Yeah.
You've chosen your co-pilot, you have your flight plan, and your safeguards are activated.
This is exciting. But we did see some unbelievable profit numbers earlier.
Right.
Are those typical, or are those just the outliers?
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
One that leads us to some interesting case studies. Ave.ai highlights a few of these high-performing wallets in their material. There's one wallet with the address RMNMM5R7 KIRHNE3 ZSUV VV7 GSOSUSTD Karaf GZBDV up to A4.
Okay.
It made a $997,000 profit on a single trade.
Wait, hold on. $1 million from one trade.
That's what it says.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
Of course, these are exceptional results.
Right.
Not every trade is going to be a home run.
Sure.
And past performance doesn't guarantee future success.
Right, of course.
But it does highlight the potential.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me about another one of these all-stars.
Another example is the wallet with the address DNFUF1L62IWY W3PNOC4YR52JSND This one made a $2 million profit.
Okay, now we're talking.
That's right.
But what about their track record overall, not just one lucky trade?
Well, their total P&L is over $4.29 million, which is a 251% increase.
Yeah.
And their win rate is a solid 59%.
So they're consistently making profitable trades.
Yeah, they are.
Not just hitting the jackpot once.
Exactly.
But with all this talk of profits, what about the risks? I mean, this is real money, and crypto is known for its volatility.
You're absolutely right. It's crucial to remember that all crypto trading involves risk.
So before our listeners rush out to copy these high-flying wallets, what are some words of caution?
It's essential to do your own research and due diligence before making any investment decisions.
Okay.
Don't just rely on the performance of others. In fact, Ave.ai states in their materials that none of this should be considered financial advice.
Good to know.
They're giving you tools.
Yeah.
But you're the pilot.
Right. We're in control, and we need to be responsible.
Absolutely.
So we're doing research, understanding the risks, and not putting all our eggs in one basket.
All good advice.
What else can Ave.ai do to help us navigate this potentially profitable but risky world?
That's a good question. Let's see.
So we were just talking about how Ave.ai gives users tools for copy trading, but also emphasizes personal responsibility.
Yeah, a delicate balance.
And we were talking about the smart money before.
Right.
Can we unpack that a little more? What makes them so smart? Why is following them a valuable strategy?
Well, you can think of smart money as traders who've been around for a while.
Okay.
They've seen the ups and downs of crypto. They've navigated all the twists and turns.
So they've seen it all. They've got the battle scars to prove it.
Exactly. They've learned from experience, from their wins and their losses,
Okay.
and refined their strategies over time.
So they've got the experience, but what are the advantages of that? Like, how does that translate into profits?
For one, they often have a knack for identifying promising projects early on,
Really?
before they hit the mainstream.
Mm.
They're able to read between the lines, spot the hidden gems.
So they're not chasing the hype train. They're spotting the potential before the hype even begins.
That's right. And by tracking their movements, we can gain insights into their thinking
Oh,
and potentially see those opportunities before they become widely known.
it's like getting a sneak peek at the playbook of a winning team.
I like that analogy.
But even the smartest investors make mistakes, right? How do we avoid blindly following them into a loss?
That's where critical thinking comes in.
Right.
Even smart money can make bad calls. It's essential to do your own research along with following them.
So it's not blind faith. It's about using their moves as a starting point.
Precisely.
But I'm still making the final decision.
You are.
Okay, that makes sense. We talked about the Smarter tab before,
Yes.
which tracks these smart money players in real time. How detailed is the information? Can we see everything they do?
It's incredibly insightful. You get real-time updates on their transactions,
Okay.
what tokens they're buying and selling,
Yeah.
the amounts,
Mm-hmm.
even their profits and losses,
Wow, so it's like a live feed of their trading activity.
pretty much.
But that's a lot of data.
Hmm?
How do we make sense of it all? Are there any filters or tools?
Absolutely. Ave.ai recognizes that this can be overwhelming.
Yeah, for sure.
You can customize your view, focus on specific wallets or types of transactions.
Okay.
You can even set up alerts,
Oh, nice.
so you're notified whenever a wallet makes a specific move.
So like if a smart money wallet buys a ton of some obscure token, I'll get a notification.
Exactly. It's all
Mhm.
about staying ahead of the curve,
I like it.
capitalizing on those early opportunities.
But even with all these tools, it still feels a bit daunting. What are some tips for evaluating opportunities and deciding who's worth following?
Well, remember, past performance isn't a guarantee.
Right.
Just because someone's done well doesn't mean they'll continue to do so.
Sure.
Look beyond the profits and try to understand their strategy.
So dig a little deeper.
Yes. Do they hold long-term
Okay.
or do they trade short-term? What kind of projects do they like? Is their portfolio diverse?
It's like you're saying we need to understand their personality as a trader.
You could say that. You want to choose someone whose style aligns with your own
Hmm.
and diversify your copy trades, just like you would diversify your own investments.
Okay, so spread the risk around, follow multiple traders.
Exactly. Balance leveraging their expertise with managing your own risk.
Before we wrap up this part, I want to touch on transparency.
Good point.
How can we assess how transparent these smart money wallets are?
Well, ideally, you want to follow wallets that are open about their decisions and their thinking.
Right.
Some traders share their analysis publicly
Okay.
on blogs, social media forums.
So we can get a look inside their heads.
Exactly. It adds another layer of confidence,
I can see that.
and it helps you understand why they're making certain moves.
So we're not just blindly following, we're learning from their thinking.
Right.
Transparency really builds trust, makes the experience more valuable.
It does.
Okay, so we talked about evaluating smart money, understanding their strategy, gauging their transparency.
Don't forget, starting small,
Right.
gradually increasing your exposure as you learn.
We're not diving into the deep end. We're wading in slowly.
That's a good approach. And remember, Ave.ai helps with this whole process.
Okay.
They're always adding features to empower users.
It sounds like they're trying to make these sophisticated trading strategies more accessible, maybe even level the playing field for everyday investors.
It's an interesting development.
Okay, we've covered a lot. Smart money, evaluating opportunities, transparency, starting small. But there's one thing we haven't fully talked about yet.
And what's that?
The risks.
Oh, right. Copy trading can be powerful, but it's important to approach it with caution.
Okay.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, and there are some things to watch out for.
So we're back, and we've been talking about all the cool things you can do with Ave.ai, like copy trading and tapping into the minds of these smart money traders.
Right.
But we have to talk about the risks, too,
We do. It's important.
before we get ahead of ourselves.
Absolutely. Ave.ai gives you these powerful tools, but they're not foolproof.
Yeah.
Understanding the potential downsides is key.
Okay, so let's just lay it all out. What are the biggest risks with copy trading?
I think one of the biggest traps is blindly following a trader
Mhm.
without really understanding their strategy
Okay.
or their risk tolerance.
Makes sense.
Just because they've been on a winning streak doesn't mean it will last forever.
Right. Past performance and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even with the best trader, you can't escape the ups and downs of the crypto market.
True volatility is always there.
And copy trading can sometimes amplify that risk.
So if the trader I'm mirroring makes a bad call, My portfolio suffers too.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's possible.
Okay, what about Ave.ai itself? Are there any risks associated with the platform?
Well, it's worth noting that Ave.ai is relatively new.
Okay.
They have a growing user base, and the feedback seems positive. But it's always wise to be cautious with any new platform.
Do your due diligence.
Exactly. Make sure they're legitimate.
And what about security? I mean, we're connecting our wallets to this platform.
You're right to be concerned. Security is paramount in crypto.
Yeah.
Always look into a platform's security measures before connecting your wallet.
Okay, so things like two-factor authentication,
Yes, that's a good one.
strong encryption protocols,
Uh-huh.
cold storage for their funds.
All important factors.
Okay, so we need to make sure our crypto is Fort Knox level secure before we even think about linking our wallet.
Exactly. A good way to think about it.
But beyond the tech, there's the human element too. What about the traders themselves? Are there any risks there?
There's always a chance that a trader could make a mistake,
Sure.
whether due to inexperience or letting their emotions get in the way.
Happens to the best of us.
And in rare cases, there could even be malicious intent.
Oh, wow.
AI tries to vet traders, but it's impossible to eliminate all risks completely.
So it's kind of like a trust fall, but with our crypto?
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
You're putting your faith in these traders to guide you.
Okay, so research is super important then.
More than ever,
Mhm.
look at their history. Understand their approach. Are they open about their wins and losses?
Transparency is key.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's a golden rule.
Right. So we've got all the risks out in the open.
Right.
Now, how do we mitigate those risks?
I'll say it again. Research is your best friend.
Okay.
Really dig deep into any trader you're considering. Don't just look at the profits.
Right.
Examine their trading style, their risk tolerance, how transparent they are. If something feels off, trust your instincts.
So be smart about it.
Yes, be discerning, not impulsive.
Hmm.
And diversify your copy trades.
Right. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. Spread your risk across multiple traders with different approaches, different asset types.
Like a mini index fund of smart money.
You got it.
Oh.
And keep your expectations in check.
Okay.
This isn't a magic money machine.
Right. No get-rich-quick schemes.
There will be bumps in the road.
Sure.
So having a long-term perspective is important.
Patience is key, especially in crypto.
And again, never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's probably the most important rule of all.
So be smart. Manage your risk. Keep those emotions in check.
You've got it.
Be responsible captains of our crypto ships.
That's the spirit.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. We've learned about copy trading, smart money Ave.ai.
And all the risks and rewards that come with it.
But it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
About what?
Could tools like this actually change the way we invest in crypto?
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Could everyday investors finally have a chance to compete with the big players?
That's something for you to think about as you continue your crypto journey.
Lots to consider for sure.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and as always, trade responsibly